Thank you so much for staying with us. We continue on all angles. We're talking about guard rings. Came to prominence recently following the tragic death of a William Knibb student, reportedly in an altercation over a guard ring. And in this segment of the program, we're going to be hearing from cultural studies experts Dr. Maria Smith, Dr. Sonia Stanley Nayo, as well as Associate Pastor at Fellowship Tabernacle, Michael Aiken. Here are a couple of your comments. Pope of Crypto on Twitter says guard rings are more popular in Jamaica than ever before, yet people will argue that dancehall no influence nobody. And another viewer says, I see a lot of people, even quote-unquote upstanding people, wearing these rings. I want to know if they really understand what spirits they're harboring when they wear them. The famous Chopper song, how many people realize what he was saying when he said ring full up enough duppy? Keep your comments coming in, 3810072 on WhatsApp and on Twitter. Our hashtag is TVJ All Angles. Now, our production assistant, Siobhan Gordon, spoke with a man who wears and believes in guard rings. Didn't want to show his face, but he did speak to us. Let's listen in.
What is a guard ring for you?
For me? Well, to be frank with you, it depends on how it's set, you know. Because in my past life, it's right over the corner, so I sit down there enough time and go to me down in my yard, walk past me and they see me. I have to call them and say, oh, you know, I go to him and say, yeah, I can't believe them pass me there. So them things they make me know. Say it's real, but not all of them real, because some people are fake.
What differentiates the real ones from the fake?
The real one is more mystical. Because we are standing up, you know, walk past us, and even police are driving past us, and you walk go and you go and pray, and the police not search you. That making it not see you. If him even see you, him just see you as somebody harmless and you're going about your business.
So you feel it positive or negative?
It's positive, you know. You can't save our life, you know.
So do you have a guard ring?
Yes.
What do for you?
What do for me? I want for anything.
Like what?
As a stress, people come to me and then walk past me. And my own wife walk past me, sit down there. So we just know say it work. All right. And next time, know it work now. I lose my work already. And my mother said she know I'm man, I'm church man, and can't go to the church man. I'm go to the church man. Church man pray for me. And I leave him give me a little bucket so with some white thing in there. I said, go check your boss a morning for your work. And when you go touch your fire, that's not run or something. I said, from me going in the morning and open my mouth to the boss, say, go on to work.
So me get up.
Okay, so remember, when you WhatsApp us, just give us your first name and your general location, all right? One viewer says, Dion, how it a guard them when some of them, they are prison? And I have Fairlington on Twitter saying these are not new in Jamaican culture, but seems now to be a surge among students. Could it be connected with the 2 years when students were out of schools and jobs were lost? In this segment of the program, Dr. Sonia Stanley Nayo, Dr. Maria Smith, and Pastor Michael Aiken. Thank you all so very much. We really appreciate you talking to us. Dr. Smith, let me ask you to start us off. Tell us, as Fairlington says, they're not new in Jamaican culture, but we seem to be hearing a lot more about them now. We're hearing them in the songs. We're seeing more and more people speak about them, and so on. What do we know, though, about these pieces of jewelry, guard rings? What are they?
Well, it's more than about rings. It's about guard, that people always feel that they need a guard. And that's so it could be a chain, it could be just a button, it could be as the principal said, the girl came back with a watch. It is what you think, that you need this guard, you need to be protected from harm. And it goes even further than that in the wider society. Little kids, little girls always used to wear a red ribbon to school. And part of that red ribbon was the guard, the color red, the guard. And the little boys probably would have a button on the shirt inside. I spoke to one of my friends in St. Thomas who told me that his grandmother used to pin this button inside his shirt when he was going to school as a guard. But then it wasn't, maybe they weren't as open as now. And there's also that saying in Jamaica that guard no man, harm no man, but let no man harm you. And it is part of an African philosophy that came down from the Bongo tribe, which is that is the rule in that tribe. Harm no man, but let no man harm you. So it's very deep, the whole business of the guard in the society. Now, how it is playing out in the schools now, with the amount of money that these rings cost, and and what happens when people fight over them, something else that is creeping in, and that is maybe what we have to look at,
Hold
is
that thought.
more than the guard
Hold there for me,
guard
Dr.
ring.
Smith. Hold there for me before you go to the schools issue. I just wanted you to follow up a little bit more on that issue of it as an African retention. Because as you said there, red ribbon in the little girl's hair, I remember the saying that you put something red over a baby crib and it frightened Duppy.
Yes,
And it frightened Duppy.
yes.
That's what, so you're saying all of this is part and parcel.
All of this, even the way that some people use the Bible. You don't read it. You open it at the Psalms and place it by the baby head to guard the baby. So it is. I mean, the guard is really. It is just. I mean, you could go on and on with how the different ways that we. Bush is not just rings. Bush bat. You get a bat to ward off anything. So it is part of the psyche. It's deep coming in our people.
Okay, so
So
what then, and I'm going to go to the other two in just a moment, but is there then, Dr. Smith, a line that, over here it's okay, it's part of our culture and our African heritage, over here, so it's devil worship and evil. Is there some kind of line we need to draw here?
I don't know how we will draw that line, because people are not telling you that they have some of these rings and they have these guards, and that they visit some of these places for the prosperity bath or for the deliverance bath and all of that. So it is. I don't even know how you would draw that line, because a lot of people, it's the young kids now. They are coming out with it, and they are not hiding it. But this is something that always been here, and people just don't talk about it. They just do it. They
I
just
found it
take part.
interesting as you were talking, and I saw the other two nodding and agreeing. Let me go to Pastor Aitken first, because you agree then, Pastor, that this is part and part of our culture?
In fact, I would take it much wider than that. It's part and parcel of humanity. It reflects the fears that many of us try to keep hidden from time immemorial. People that God has created have had fears. In fact, in the book of Genesis, one of the things that we're told is that we're given dominion over creepy, crawly things. It's an indication that there's something we're always afraid of. And people who embrace guard rings and other devices like that are simply just showing that they have embraced fear. And, speaking from our perspective at Fellowship Tabernacle, we would be concerned, but of course not fearful. We're excited that it gives us a chance to help those who have embraced fear to understand how they can set that aside and embrace instead faith in God. He is the ultimate protector.
But how do you then respond to what Dr. Smith was just saying, that for some people is a ring, for others is the Bible, is all part and parcel of the same kind of belief system?
Oh, yes. In fact, the Bible makes record of this, that man seems to find ways to reject the Creator instead and worship the creature and the things that we can make and do. And there's actually a Bible writer who made fun of his generation, Isaiah, I think it was, who mocked them for bowing down to stones and sticks and devices that they made, and actually laughing at them, saying, how in the world do you think that's going to help you? So the call really is, and the guidance is, to take your eyes off of what is made and seen and place it on that Almighty God that we know has created all of us. Because, by the way, Dion, let me interject really quickly. We can't really have a good discussion about this without an understanding that all of us are innately aware of the existence of two kingdoms. That's one way to put it, a kingdom of light and one of darkness, a conflict that constantly has been taking place from the beginning of time. And of course, we take sides one way or the other, and then we express fear or faith depending on the side that we take. So we think this is a good opportunity, even though it's growing as the principals have said in our schools. And by the way, I mean, I grew up in Portland and St. Thomas area, so it's nothing new to me at all. And I look at every opportunity and I'd invite everybody who has come to some understanding of who God is and what he requires of you. Use the opportunity to point persons away from the fear that it shows. They're afraid of something.
All right, let me ask you to hold that. Let me ask you to hold that point, Pastor. I'm just about at the break. Let me just go to the break. When we come back, we pick up the discussion. We bring in Dr. Stanley Naya as well. And remember, your comments as well. So remember, our WhatsApp line is 3810072. And you can tweet us. Our hashtag is TVJ All Angles. When you WhatsApp us, give us your first name, your general location. We soon come.